we'll get started. Hey everybody, it's Kathy Inman, your digital card pro, here for our Tech Tuesday. How to, what to do, all the things about Shuffle, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. So last week we just did open Q&A. Let me see, I keep admitting people, hold on. Do you guys have anything we want to kick off with this week? Any like burning questions or anything that last week we kind of lingered and you weren't able to answer them? Anything that you have a question on that you are trying to do? Hold on, let me admit some more people and that we could answer. Ruben.
Yes, Kathy. Mobile Builder, way back when we first started it, there was a neat little toggle switch, a Facebook Messenger bot.
Yes.
Really like that concept. I have it on some cards. The question I have is, if we're building a promo card for someone and we're researching the information and we go to their Facebook page, there's really no way we can secure that, right? We have to be the owner of that. Is that correct?
That's correct. And then the messenger bot is if they have had a bot built for them, or if they have a bot. So that's not just like a Facebook page. That's like somebody built that for them, or they built it if they have the knowledge on how to do a Facebook bot.
Okay, because we have that. Is there a way that do we have any tutorials on that at all, or should I just look it up?
So building a Facebook bot, which if anybody knows more about this than I do, is a whole animal of its own. Like you could hire a social media person to build that out for you. The bot will answer, frequently asked questions and that kind of stuff for you. That's its own whole animal. So it's if you have a bot, basically Shuffle gave you a place to put the bot.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But you probably wouldn't reverse engineer that. You wouldn't see that box and go, oh, I think I'm going to go build that real quick, because it's pretty in depth as far as I understand.
Okay, because I have a couple of my art cards already with a bot, so I'll just go ahead and find out how I did that and go there. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
See if it's doing something when you pop it up, because I believe it should pop up. Facebook bot.
It has a phrase, hey, nice being here. Can I answer any questions for you? All that. Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Check that. So that may be something that you have on your Facebook. Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, what he said about the bots, I used to build bots. I kind of got away from it. The best software out there is a couple different ones that are out there for building bots. You could just Google it, do a Google search for it, and it's all kinds of instructions out there about building bots. And if you keep the bot simple, like if you go to my page now, my bot's name Antonio, and Antonio will answer and take you through a process. Once you get to the end, or you ask Antonio a question that he can't answer, he hits me up with a text. Mike, I need help. And I take care of her from that point. What I had a question about was the whole cloning process. Okay. Cloning is a little broke to me. And either I'm doing it wrong, all the different ways to do it, or there is something a glitch in there and it needs to be worked out. So what I was looking for is, how are you cloning now? I tried all the different ways, and it still gives me an issue.
Okay. Just so start from the beginning. So are you cloning a mobile builder or a desktop builder?
Always on a desktop builder. I don't really use the mobile builder as much anymore because I build everything inside of desktop.
Yep. ER, do you want to take this? I know you and I chatted a little bit about this after question last week.
And in fact, it was one of our topics on our development call yesterday. Mike, first of all, you are not at fault. There is a bug right now, specifically right now on the cloning of templates within promo cards is one area where you're going to find a bug. So if you can avoid that area for the short term, I actually have the development digging into that to resolve it. so that it will spin up. Right now, if you're cloning promo cards, it only works really well on the mobile builder. So mobile built cards that you might be cloning. With that being said, you can clone any of your cards in your card stack. There is one item that we're working on, which is some metadata that comes along with that card on the desktop builder that we're trying to resolve as well. So cloning is a little bit clunky as of late in the desktop builder, and we are working on it. And as soon as I have word back on how it improves, I will let everybody know. But with that being said, there are a few paths on how to clone that we have found that are working really well. And here are the areas where you can do it from. Your existing cards. So if you want to clone from one of your existing cards that's in your card stack, not necessarily a promo card underneath somebody else, you click on the 3 dots on the icon. And Kathy, if you want, I can share this, or you can share screen.
Well,
Hold on one second. I will let you co-host it.
Yeah, I tried that too, but for me, I don't know if it's just me, because after talking with Kathy last week and other times, I went in because she gave me some ideas. I went in and I ran those ideas. I went in and I built the card in my cards, and then tried to clone that card to the person that I was, the person I was giving the promotional card to at first. I just rebuilt it in my card and then tried to give it to them or clone it or send it to them and let them clone it. It kept telling them it couldn't find the card.
Interesting. Did you move that card after you cloned it? Go ahead, Kathy.
Sorry, did you send it via shuffle, or did you give them the template ID?
I sent it to them via shuffle, and it was in my cards. They opened it up and then they click it to clone it, and it wouldn't find the card. It's looking right at it, but it couldn't find the card. So
if you have that card link, Mike, please send it over to us, and we will look to see what might be going on with that case. What I want to do real quick, actually, this might be pretty helpful for anybody who's watching this on this clone topic. And we're going to go through that process, Mike, of what we're talking about here. So here we are in our Doug demo account. Here is Greg Boone, right? We made that gourmet chocolate card a while ago. I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like here. And then here's the process. We're clicking on these 3 little ellipses here. And I know, Mike, you're aware of that, but for everybody who's watching, we went down to clone card, and we're selecting that card. It will pull up the whole card as it was built. And then we want to make sure, Mike, and this is a key on everything, go into the pencil and make sure you're adjusting what that card says. So okay, so our sample clone card for TechEt 2. Okay, the other thing to be aware of, if you are cloning a card, there is a cloning enable option. If that is turned off on the card you're trying to clone, it will not be clonable. I don't think that's the case with yours, Mike. So again, send us over that link so we can dig into what's happening on why it's not displaying your clone card. The other thing, if you're not clicking on the card itself, those 3 dots, because it's in your card to clone it, you can always do a template ID search for the card template. And you'll see if I click cloning enable, that disappears. So it doesn't have a template ID, it has a template ID. So you can always send people that template ID as well for a way for them to clone your cards remotely. But here we have the card. I'm going to hit change to update the name. And then let's go in and, okay, this says Doug Baldwin. And we'll just hit save. That's the only thing we wanted to do, is we wanted to put our information, let's say, on this template. We get this successfully saved, and we go back. And we will see that card in our stack as a new card right down here, our sample clone card. So we know we have the card. And Mike, if I sent you that link or preview that card, it will bring it up and it will have the new contact information on there. So I need to be able to get the link that might be causing the error on yours so we can replicate the issue so that we can get that resolved. My suspicion is potentially it got deleted or moved and then is no longer valid, because here's the other reality. Here's our, I'm going to get rid of the original. Here's our cloned card. But if we go in here and we delete this card, and if anybody's managing a lot of cards, I know Kathy's sort of phrase of the day is don't delete.
Hold,
I know you
hold
didn't
up.
delete it.
Hold up a second. Hold up
Yeah.
a second. Seeing you doing that, now what I want you to do is this account, does it have us in it as far as a contact?
Let's see if you are in it. If not, I will search for you. I've got just some sample stuff. Guy is in it.
Well,
You know?
just go ahead and hit search. Just search for me.
Yep.
So this is an example of how to connect with other users. Go to Discover, find the other people in the group, click on their name.
There's Mike, and then I'm going to
Hit
send a
connect.
request. Mike, you've got to accept that request.
Okay, hold on.
I was doing this with somebody yesterday, and it was funny how when we go through all these actions and we
All
take
right.
them for granted, and
I
other
got
people
it.
can see what what we're doing as they learn, as they follow along.
I
So
accepted it.
you've got that pending one, but when I go back to contacts, let me refresh this. Mike, you should be coming up in a search for my contacts here now.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a search. There you are.
All right. Now what I want you to do, now what I want you to do is go there and make a promotional card. Go to promotional and now create a promotional card with that code.
This is the one I was saying is right now is glitched for promotional cards.
Okay,
Right here.
so can't do that. All right.
Let me
But-
go ahead.
Okay, can't do that. So what I want you to do here now is share it with me.
Yep. So I go to my cards that I already built. We go to the bottom where we built that one, and we're going to share this one. So I'm just clicking on share, and it's going
Now
to shuffle.
This part of it, I did get to work when I was sharing it with somebody I'd never shared a card with, or I never had a promotional card built for that person. It would go. I would be able to the actual clone the card.
So you now in your contact for
Yep.
Douglas Baldwin should have a new shared card, and let me know if that opens up for you.
Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me go and do a refresh here because
It should open up just like this one that we created, but say Douglas Baldwin.
Douglas Baldwin.
Yeah, that's our sample, Doug demo.
Oh yeah, here he is. Okay, and then go here and there, shared cards, and here it is. I go to clone, and is it coming up? Yep, it came up just like. Yep, that card came up. Now that part I've been getting it to work because me and we wasn't connected at all. And then like if somebody on here, I reach out to somebody and I said, hey, let's connect and I want you to share your card with me. It goes into my card index,
Yes.
right? My Rolodex, and then I can go in there and clone from there.
Yep.
But
That's
I
the
just
other area
can't
where we
clone. I can't clone when I do the work and all of that. So I got it.
We're working on the promo ones right now. We did identify a glitch. Again, I want to show everybody where that glitch is at, just so for the short term, you can avoid the area while development is working on resolving it. And that is exactly, Mike, what you identified. I'm going to come back over to your account. Sorry for anybody watching this who sees Mike's account information there. Connect with Mike, great guy. And then I'm going to my cards here. That's what I shared out of. But when you're in the promotional cards, creating a promotional card will give you three options. The one option that works flawlessly right now is building a new card, create a new card. However, for those of you who are out promoting, a lot of times you want to come out and clone from an existing card or clone from a promotional card. Those are where there are gaps right now. So we're going to get those resolved so that way it will streamline. If you're using the same template over and over and over again, which if you're being efficient in your business, we would recommend, then you want to be able to do that. Once we get that resolved, Mike, you'll be able to take care of that flow as well, because that is the exact flow I want to use as well when I'm building a sample card for somebody. I already have a sample. It's built somewhere. It's either in my cards or in my card index. And I want to be able to create a promotional card using either one of my existing cards or a promotional card I've used in the past.
Okay.
So right now, I would do it if you have multiple cards in your stack, like we just did, where I actually went to my cards and didn't make it as a promo card. I just cloned it as my own card. Likewise, you can also do that from your card index. So if I click on my card index here and I've got these other cards in my stack and I want to clone one of those, I can quickly go in and clone one of those cards, and it will bring up that editor with that card template.
So
I can clone from my my card index, and I can clone from my cards right now. I just am gapped right now in cloning when I'm creating a promotion card for somebody, but we'll get that resolved.
okay, so if you clone the card, you're creating it from scratch, right?
You're creating a version that's based on the original template that you're cloning. So the moment I hit clone,
No, I'm going back. I'm going all the way back to you go in and you pull up my contacts, and then you go and actually going to create a card for me.
yeah, if you were doing a promotion card right now,
Right.
what you're going to need to do under my shared cards, promotion card, create a promotional card is
And then go.
new card.
All right, keep going. Click. And now click. And now just so right here, I can't put the code in. Right? I can't put the code in from a card, one of your personal cards.
Let's try that. Let's try it. I think
Well,
this is good.
that's what I'm saying. I did
Do
try
we give
that.
you do we give
And
you
that's-
a
and it blocked you on
template
it.
ID?
Let me go grab the template ID for the one we just made. Okay, let me delete this one so we have enough spaces here.
Oh, we're good now. We should have 100. Do you need
Oh,
a
yeah,
template?
yeah.
You need a template ID? I can grab you one.
Now, I'm just going to edit this one.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to the pencil icon and I'm going to grab the template ID for this. And this is the one we want to create a promotion card for Mike. So let's see if this blocks us, Mike, because you might have found that as a bug or glitch if it does. Okay, we're going to get back out of this. We're going to go over to the contacts.
Mhm.
We're going to select the contact we want to create a promotional card for. We'll select the promos. We'll create a promotional card, and we'll create it using a new card. We'll use the desktop builder, and we'll come up here and we'll enter in that ID number. Hit search, and it is blocked on that as well.
there you go.
Up. Here we go.
Oh, and that's what it's been doing for me. It brings up multiple different options.
That's another thing on the cloning that we're getting resolved. It will only show up the card that is tied to the template ID. In this case, it's our sample one we made.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it brings it up. Let's do
Mhm.
this. Edit it. Sample clone card for Mike Snow. Go ahead and hit change to save all of that. And let's put Mike's information in here. And we'll just make the name itself the only adjustment, just for the sake of time, Mike.
Right. Well, I see something, if this works. I see was one thing I wasn't doing, but
Yep. And then I'm going to hit save on here.
and that was the change of the name up there in the edit card
Yeah, make
edit.
sure you're adjusting it. That could be something where it's labeled the same and therefore it creates some confusion in the database.
Right.
Always want
So
to make sure you're labeling your card and giving yourself some information. So let's back out of this.
yeah, I'm gonna try that because if
That
this
might have
works,
been the thing. So let's come back to our contacts. Let's go back to Mike. Let's go back to our shared cards with Mike and the promo card. Not there. So it's blocked.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Well-
create a new card, clone from your own cards in your own card, clone from an existing card index card into your card. But right now, there's some promo cards on the desktop builder that we're bridging the gap on. We'll work on it, Mike, and I will let you know.
All righty. Well, if you look, what I did it that way, and what I found out, it was cloning the card, but it kept putting it back in my cards where it originally came from.
Yep,
So I
let's
ended
see if
up
it
with-
puts that card back in my cards, and maybe it's putting it in the wrong spot, and it is.
Yeah. there it is.
Okay,
And
that's it.
got it. I thought, I just had to run it past you because
Nope.
believe me, I've put some hours in. So,
And we appreciate it. And here's the other thing I want to make sure everybody on the call and everybody watching this, if you come across a bug, a glitch, or you get blocked in any way whatsoever, here's the steps. 1, capture as much detail and as much information about that issue. Okay. I can't tell you the amount of emails that we get that's like, I have an issue, period. Like that's the description, and that doesn't help or serve any good purpose. We love to know when there are issues, but we need more context. Things like an image, a flow, a video, those are worth their weight in gold. Here's the reality. 1, we need to know that an issue exists. The way I like to think about it is imagine we've written the entire novel Moby Dick, and we're looking for where the missing period is in the entire novel. You know what I mean? We have to find it. And that's sort of how it is with coding when there's a bug. So when you do encounter a bug, please report it back to us. Give us as much context, a link to the card that's giving you the error, a video of the flow that's generating the card in the wrong location, like we just identified here. That way I can get it back to my development team. And then the next step, they have to replicate it. That's the other big issue. We spend a lot of times attempting to replicate reported issues, but if we can't replicate it, it's working as expected. So the more context we have that's going to validate us replicating it, then we have a clear path. That's where the missing period is. Then the development team can go in and correct the period, and we can republish the novel with the missing period. So that's the flow. Mike, thank you so much for sharing that. And for everybody on the call, please bring that to our attention, because that's ultimately how we work together to continue to improve the technology.
And I'm just going to add in here too, because I am also an avid fan of the desktop builder, but I really have started to divide and conquer, right? The stuff that I'm building on the desktop builder, I really consider kind of more landing pages. And the stuff, when I encounter somebody who wants a digital business card, I'm really leaning back into the mobile builder, which is why, again, at the beginning, at one point, I think, and Guy Niar can tell me if I'm wrong, but it was kind of like the thought is everything was going to go to that other builder. Like that was the new builder, right? But then when it became kind of like a very different builder, that's more of a page, that's more of a page, a landing page. It's less like a business card, at least the way I build them. And then if I have somebody who wants a simple trackable, all the things that they can get with the digital business card, I just go ahead and stick with what they have, because A, they don't know the difference, right? They're a brand new user. They don't know that we can build other things. And B, they usually really enjoy the fact that they can change anything on the mobile device. So if it is a digital business card per se, you may still lean in more on the mobile builder versus more of a landing page-esque type build on the other builder.
Yeah, I would agree with that comment, Kathy. I think there are the 2 areas of Shuffle that we come back again and again on. One area is networking, right? And it's the relationship, and it's the contact information, it's the business card, and it's other content that I'm sharing out. And then the other side is the marketing side. And I think the marketing side first starts out at minimum for everybody who's watching this. Have a great business card, have something worth sharing. And to Kathy, your point, like if there's a need to change those things or update those things, mobile is the way to go for creating a digital business card, in my opinion. Then think about what other content you need on the marketing side to support what you're doing. And Kathy, to your point, I've really started thinking about the desktop builder as a landing page builder, because I can only edit them on the desktop. I can only build, modify them on the desktop. I can only create them on the desktop. And I'm creating something that I'm not going to need to change on the fly. Also, it tends to be more of an advanced strategy. There's a lot of functionality in there within dragging and dropping and really laying out the landing page how you want it to be laid out. But it also creates complexity for the next person, because they might not be as sophisticated as you, as skilled as you, as knowledgeable as you when they're getting into the program. So if I'm sharing information with people to bring them into the fold of LFI and into the community, I usually give them the basics, right? Here's this, but I love to show them what is achievable with my examples. Like, here's my business card, but also here's this or here's that, and they can get a sense of that. I do think that there's a good chance to sample stuff to people, but I would always lead with that digital business card first, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's go back because we're kind of on the topic and I don't want to jump off the topic and then come back to the topic. So we had a couple questions. I know one of them is specifically what is a promo card, but let me go back to the first one. No bad questions. Where did we find it? Rose, what was your first question? Okay, so let's start with your second question because it actually has more to do with what we're talking about right now. What is a promo card? So as a Shuffle user with the entire Shuffle system, right, you have personally 10 digital cards that you can make for yourself or for whatever need you want, right? So I get that question a lot. I'm sure you guys do too. People are like, why the heck do I need 10 digital cards, right? And then once you start talking and learning more about them, you're like, oh, well, you can. So when I very, very first started, I made a card for myself for my business. I had a card that explained what Shuffle was and how to join Shuffle. I had a card for, I was part of the Parrot Head Club. I'm a Parrot Head, Jimmy Buffett. So I had a card that invite people to our Parrot Head Club. I had a card that invited people to my networking group, right? And they're like, oh, right. So you start to help them expand their thoughts of what they want to make a card on. I tell everybody, if you text the same message more than 3 or 5 times, make a card out of it. Right. Yeah. So now the next time somebody's like, oh yeah, I want to have a Zoom call with you. What's your Zoom room? Here's my Zoom card. Here's my this card. Here's whatever card you've made. Right. So a promotional card can be made under a specific contact. So if I meet Jenny at my networking group and I get her in my Shuffle contacts, here, Jenny, here's my contacts, you know, put your name and number and email in here. And I have her in my phone as a contact. I can make a card, it's called a promo card, underneath her contact, which then would go straight to Jenny. Jenny, I'd be like, hey, look, I made you something very simple. I don't go really extravagant on those. It's usually I like grab their picture off of Facebook. I have their phone number, I have their email. I usually, you know, if they have a logo, whatever, I go grab a couple things, throw it together, send it to them. And probably I'm only doing this because Jenny said something about, hey, that's really cool. I wish I had a digital card like that. And I'm like, hey, look, I just want to make you a quick gift. It's a free digital business card from me. You can open a free account and use this. Or if you're interested in Shuffle and all the things I do with it, I'm happy to show you how to, you know, create your own account and use this card as your first card. Yep. So that's what a promo card is. And we can go into promo cards one time and we can talk we could do a deep dive into promo cards. Second question was about campaigns. Hold on one second, let me go back. Who is that? Well, somebody got their tap card working. Yay, I'm so excited. Love our tap cards. We have to do our tap card picture. Okay, first question was about, sorry, so far back. Explain the basics on campaigns, when and why we should use them. Okay, I'm going to hold that in my brain for 1 second, and I don't want to lose on anything on promo cards or cloning before we jump off that topic. Anybody else's? Anna, is yours on that? Let's talk about that.
Okay. What is the difference between a free card and a promo card? This is my first question. I want you to be aware that I did send an email to support@lfi.com because as I was looking through YouTube to find something to help me, there are so many, and you have to go through each one to find out the dates or the topics. And some are for people who are users and some are for people that are affiliates. And they need to be separated and the old stuff taken out because it's overwhelming to try and find a basic piece of information. I want you to know I sent that in because we're going to grow exponentially here this year. Yeah. And that's going to be critical. I had a friend call me. She's headed off to a trade show. You said something about digital business cards. Can I get one? You know, and I'm like, well, let me drum up something really quick and send it to you. I didn't know the process. I went in, I created a card from her Facebook. I cloned it, I sent it to her. Well, she had to set up her account, then she didn't know how to make it work. And so I need, I need a step-by-step. When you talk to somebody, what is the order that you should be doing things so they get it accurately? Thank you, Guy. Love you for that one.
It's on my LFI whiteboard too. It's on my to-do list. He
And I love eggs.
Guy and I have been talking about that for a while now.
It was just, I just wanted to give her something to just, put her face out there. I created a QR code, the whole banger for her. And she was excited to have it, but she wasn't sure what she was doing.
Yeah,
And I wasn't
absolutely.
Sure where, yeah.
So yeah, I know again, Guy Nier and I just talked about this the other day. Do you want to talk about just the flow on the one free card that we're doing right now and just show, I can show everybody where that is?
Yeah, if you want to go through and show everybody where that's at, or share your screen, Kathy.
Okay.
And how to use it, not just where it's at.
Yeah.
Because I know where it's at, but how do I use that for somebody on the fly? What steps do I take?
So let me dig into the scenario or the use case with you, Anna. Okay.
Sure.
Because you've got an option here. If you're talking about creating an account for them, they're ready to move forward immediately. You know what I mean? And they just need help setting it up. Then you can actually hold their hand to register the free account for them. So the page that Kathy's on, she's on lfishuffle.com. Okay, before you click on that button, Kathy, I do want to say, remember what your personal link is. Okay,
you need to put your personal link at the top. Yes.
Yep. You can either do that here, or you could do that on the enrollment page where it said, did somebody refer you? But if you're going to be handing this out to let them do it, make sure you put your code on it, because we want everybody to get credit where credit is due. Okay, so Kathy's sent out her link. It doesn't matter whether she's filling it out on my behalf or whether I'm filling it out because she shared it with me. She's going to click Get Shuffle. And again, if you already know this process, it might be quicker for you to go in and adjust this stuff. On here, when you look at this, there's some options, but at the very bottom, try shuffle 1 business card and 10 contacts. That's the free account. So it comes with 1 free card. Okay, so you can select that. And again, this would be an area where you would fill it out for them. Maybe you're in person with them. Maybe you're doing it remotely. Maybe you've sent them the link and they're going to go through these steps. Obviously, if we talk about reducing overall friction for a new user, doing the heavy lifting for them is worth that maybe attachment of the referral.
I agree.
Okay? I want to preface this, guys. Do not go through your email list and create free accounts for everybody on your email list. This is when you're doing it for somebody else, because it'll just lock up their email address. And if they don't get active in it, it's going to block them. Okay. But in this case, Anna, when you're talking about, I've got my friend Jane needs this. She's headed out to Vegas to an event tomorrow and she needs my help. Isn't it the truth that you plant the seed and they call you right when they need you? And this is the truth, right? Hey, I need your service. I never needed it until right now, and I need it immediately.
I'm walking into the event. Who's gotten that call?
Yeah, I'm literally walking through the door right now. What was that tool you were telling me about so often and following up with me? Because now it's relevant. So here's where you can set that up. You put in their first name. Again, Kathy, we could fill all of this out, but it's going to throw you into a free account. And then you can build any card you'd like to build. But here's the other reality. If you're doing this to assist somebody, and I don't know, Kathy, if you just want to spin one up, Jane Doe, or Jane Baldwin or whatever, we just log out of this.
I have one. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay, so we're going to create this free account for that individual. And Kathy, since I'm looking at your screen, I'm going to move you over to a bigger screen so I can see it with more detail.
I think it's this one.
When you log into that free account, you're going to see, this is what you get. So Kathy's got a free account. You can see up by the search where the card is, you've got 0 of 1 cards created. Then you can click on this and create 1 free card for that person. So you'd hit create new card. And I want to talk about 2 flows here. the create new card flow that we're all well aware of. Okay. And think about this. If Anna just set up the account for Kathy, her friend, she should then go share her card via Shuffle to that new Kathy account so that her card is already in this Kathy account's card index. And then if Kathy clicks on the ellipses, clone the card from there. And so when Kathy clicks clone that card, now she's got already the start to create a sample card, one free card for that person. And here's the reality. This is just going to get you off to the races to help you out at this event. When you get back, we need to connect so I can show you how to use this, or I can help you get upgraded so you can build more cards, create more QR codes, all of that type of stuff. But then Kathy would adjust this or save it or whatnot, you know. Obviously, she needs to name it her, you know, Kathy's new card. And then she will go through confirming it and saving it. And once she has it, what I would also consider doing to help out my friend, I would click on the 3 ellipses. I would click a campaign. Oh, they don't get campaigns. Nope. I would click on the share card, and this is the link in the QR code I would provide to them. And I would say you can use the link at the event or anywhere you want to use your new card. You can use this QR code at the event, just save it and print it out or show it to whoever. You could even go in and if you sent them over a NFC tap card or they could purchase it at the top, they can then program this one card to it. But understand those limitations, right? Premium account, we've got things like campaigns. We've got things like the trackability with contacts and stuff. On the free account, it's one card, one link. And Mike, I hope that gave you a workaround for some of that stuff because you can send them directly. Yep, send them directly their account. Give them your card index. And this is really that passionate thing for us about networking with this solution. Everybody should have a free account at a minimum. Everybody you meet. I know James talks about following the dollar. Literally everybody you talk with. Are you on this solution? Do you have a digital business card? The moment they say no, I want to give you a digital business card. And then you send them the digital business card invite link, or you send them the place to go sign up and say, click on it to get it for free. All of that's going to, one, secure them for you underneath you, and then allow you to support that person as they work through the solution. I hope that makes sense for everybody. And I hope that helped sort of smooth that out on actually creating a free card for them. So that's the free card because it's one free card for one free account. A little bit different than a promo card that sits within your account under that contact where you're just sort of showing it. And I think I've even heard of examples on trainings where you don't just want to give somebody their promo card. You might just show them what their card could look like, but leave your contact information in there. Because oftentimes we see somebody getting your promo card link. I think it was James who was talking about that, where you send them a perfect card that's usable, and all they're going to do is turn around and start resharing that and say, thanks, Anna, for building a card for me. I'll just share it. And then you're getting all the notifications. You're getting all the alerts. You're getting all those things. And really, you want that person to get all those things.
Yeah, I always leave my name or their name, my phone and my email so they can see the buttons are lit up, but it doesn't go to their contact information. Oh, you want to have that be you? Great, let's set up your account.
But in this example, with the free account, I would just build out a full card for them.
That's exactly what I did, actually. And I actually took the QR code and put that on their free card.
Oh, I like
so
it.
So she could take it through the trade show and hold it up, and they would take a picture of it and have their, or get their NFC done right there.
Yep.
So and I told her to talk to the people who had tables. Don't go do a trade show. Don't buy a table and stand behind it. Go from table to table and talk to the owners, man. Those are the ones doing business.
There's a strategy there. Good wisdom.
Okay. Anybody else I can switch out of this account or keep in here? Anything else on cloning or the free card account? How to get to the free card account?
To add, and James has got some stuff to add.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, so I know we've talked about this before. Just wondering, as far as cloning, how we're getting close to cloning the campaigns. That's one of the big things I've got is I have multiple cards I want to do, and When I'm creating that card, I have a certain campaign flow. I already got these questions set up. It's easy to clone and copy, because if you're someone who has 5 to 10 settings in that, if I can copy and paste versus step 1 through 10 all over again, that's one of the big things I'm looking at. So that's it.
Talk with me for one moment, James, about when you say cloning campaigns, what specifically you're talking about from a use case, because I'm already seeing two different things. One is somewhat more simple to engineer than the other. If I've got a card and I already have a campaign on that card and I want to create a second campaign for that same card, I could see cloning a campaign and doing it. I don't think that's what you're looking for. It's, I've got this card and I've got this campaign tied to this card, but I want to create this card and I want to clone this campaign over to this card. Am I understanding that correct?
You got it perfectly. And to expand to that, going into what Mike was saying, as far as I'm doing a promo, if I can actually take that promo card or just take the campaign and, hey, you know what, this person is a realtor. So I can take the campaign from the realtor card, put over here, hey, you know what, that same type of campaign could be copied to use for IT person, just modify. So as I modify these things, if I can show like a couple of people I'm trying to approach who are web designers and graphic people, if I can show them they just can cut and paste those campaigns and make their day simpler, easier, they'll be want to flow with it a little better. So yes, but expand it out a little more.
So you want almost a forms library of campaigns.
Right.
Exactly. That would be the best way to put it. Yes. I mean, the same way we have
Or be able to
100
create
cards, that we have ability to have all these cards and we can make promos. The same way I got the list of card selections, I want to have a list of campaigns, because you know what? Depending on the way I'm going at, my business card for me in my position may have a campaign about the company. But I might go to another campaign, another position, hey, same business card, but I want a campaign specifically for military, or I want a campaign for women businesses. So being able to change that campaign, but have it still connect to the same card works out great. So it's kind of like you said, actually, I'm gonna back up. You just say same card, multiple campaigns. And I said, no, but I think both of those are possibilities that we can do. One, work on one and fix the other.
Okay. So let me preface it with this. I will do some research, but I will not guarantee anything at this time. Okay. The development may come back to us, and this is the reality of development. And they may say, oh, that's a great idea. I'm glad James brought that up. We can create that and it will be 2 weeks, you know, or they will come back to me and they'll say, ooh, that's a really great idea, but it's very complex. We can engineer that, but it may take 4 months. You know what I mean? And in either case, we have to weigh some of those pros and the cons with everything we have on our priority list to get done and look at that. But I'm looking at the campaign creation right now. I just want to share this, because as you're talking, my wheels are always turning. And what you're talking about here is I'm on my cards that are in my deck. Okay, James, this was your first scenario. Come into my construction card, go to my campaigns and create an existing campaign or a new campaign, potentially open this up and clone this one. Do you see where I'm coming from? Or because these are all campaigns tied to that card, clone from campaign library, where you have all your list of all your campaigns you've ever used. So I need to do some research. I don't want to say I'm saying a no or a yes, but let us do some research. Let us do a spike on the topic and see what we can't figure out, because I do see the use and the value of that. I just don't know what an effort it is, if it's monumental or if it's very simple.
No problem here. I don't expect you to give me a guarantee. Just forgot a guarantee. That's all.
Yeah, right.
Mike, what do you have?
Okay.
That was me laughing out loud. Sorry, I had to unmute myself and turn my camera on.
All right.
Holding you to the fire today, guy.
Right.
ER, I got it to work. I got a little workaround that I've been working here. And what we did, I did clone the card. It's sitting right here in my deck now.
Yeah.
So I'm still thinking what Kathy said, because, you know, I'm an older guy. Take me a little time to catch up, but that actually building it in the mobile builder, I might ease back over there.
I just think from the sampling side of things and the showing things, if that person wants it, it's so much easier for a first-time user to lean into mobile and discover desktop than it is to start out of the gate in desktop. That's point number one. Here's point number two, Mike, and I really want you to pay attention to this. When you build a card in the mobile builder, you can put a banner at the bottom of that card. And I want you to tell the person you're sharing the promo card to, if you like this promo card and you want to get it, click on that banner and enroll. When they do that, they don't even need to clone. Your promo card shows up as their first card. So I think that's something for everybody on here. That does not happen on desktop built cards. It only happens on the mobile built cards.
That's right.
Yep.
That is
Again,
right.
That's why that's a card and one's a page, and
I'm leaning to go back over there and do that, because that will move over, and then once I get them and it gives them that aha moment, that's one exposure. Then I give them another exposure when I put it on the desktop.
Yep.
And they're like, wow, that's great, but I got them by then.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
And
think you're spot on with that. And again, I
That's
always say like crawl,
exactly
walk,
what I
run.
said.
Go ahead, Anna.
That's exactly what I thought, is the mobile is simple and easy. It gives them what they need up front, but it's kind of like Legal Shield. You know, we talk about unlimited advice and consultation with attorneys, you know, not receiving a bill, but as you use the service and you ask questions, you're learning more. And that's where you bring them up to full use of your service. And that's what we're doing with Shuffle. We're
Yep.
taking them from the basic and moving up. Look what else it can do. Look what else it can do. Oh, you had that question? Let's see if we can make your card do that. I love that. That's great attitude, Mike.
Hey, I see Kathy put in there, if we actually added some more fun stuff to the mobile builder, we can make it easy for new people. Just a hint.
Well, maybe there's some fun stuff coming to the mobile builder. Maybe there's some fun stuff coming. I don't know.
Mike's gonna teach us something.
Kathy has always got something, I tell you, boy.
Mike got something too. What's Mike gonna teach us this week?
I don't want. I'm learning.
Sorry.
Wait till Friday, James. You call him out then, okay?
Can you, Guy or Yar, can one of you guys start on the campaigns, why and when? I got to go let the pool guy in real quick. Sorry, I should have.
Yeah, let's do it. And I think this is very important. If you saw when Kathy was on that free account, there were no campaigns. So campaigns is a feature that exists within your premium account in Shuffle. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to have more trackability. And obviously, I'm a big data person. I can make more informed decisions when I have more information. And so trackability is key. When to use a campaign. Let's talk about this. If I'm sending my construction card out and I click on here to share the card out, I'm asking myself a few questions. Am I sharing this out to an existing contact? If so, if I share it with ER here, it will generate a link, and this link is unique to ER. So when ER opens it, it lets Doug know that ER is viewing the card. So that's a personalized link for the individual you are sharing it with. But sometimes you don't know who you're sharing your card with. Maybe you're going to be posting it on a blog post, in a comment section on YouTube, in a social media group where there's a large audience of potential viewers, okay? When you think about it from that perspective, you want to leverage a campaign, because a campaign will still give you trackability, but it will not be about who. It's about more like where, you know? So when I build a campaign, I can start thinking about where I'm using this. Zoom leads, Facebook posts, virtual job fair, you know, all of that type of stuff. And I would create a campaign, and you can put as much detail about your campaign as you want, just to give you more clarity on what that data represents. So the name of the campaign might be social posts, or I might get so specific that I'm saying social post just for today. And I want to see what the result is of my marketing efforts on social daily. You could do that. Nobody's going to see the name. Nobody's going to see what you write in the description. This is for you to know. Additionally, notifications. You can get notified every time your campaign gets viewed. Very powerful if you want representation that your campaign is working. However, if you post in a big group and a lot of people look at it, be aware that your phone might blow up with a bunch of push notifications letting you know people are looking at your cards. Really exciting at first, but once you get the 1,000th notification, you're thinking, man, I should set that to a daily summary. A daily summary will take you the total views and give it to you once per day. Okay, so you choose individual or daily. You can choose if they come in via email or a push notification that comes to your device. Maybe you want a daily summary and don't get any push or emails. You just get the daily summary. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I'll be right there. 1 second, guys. Kathy, I don't know if you want to take it from here. The only other thing with campaign is the lead capture form. And putting that lead capture form on a campaign. A campaign is the only path right now that's going to allow you to add a lead capture form. So when you're posting out to where you don't know who's going to see it and you want to track it, campaigns, and when you actually want to generate leads, campaigns.
Yeah, no, but let's ask. So Rose, does that help? Do you still have a question? Was it more in depth, or is that kind of what you were thinking
I'll
of?
be right
Or do you
back.
need a bigger overview? Sometimes people want like a 10,000 foot view, and some people need like, what button do I push? Perfect. Okay, perfect.
I just like, I was trying to upload contacts into LFI. And it said it worked, but I can't find them. So and this is a temporary problem, because once I install the security software on my computer, then I'm going to use the start to the Z. What's it called? It's a special program that helps programs communicate together. Zapier. I'm going to use Zapier to tie my LFI to my CRM, but I want to wait till I have the security thing done. So I lost those files once. I'm not going to do it twice.
What are you uploading from?
From Google.
From Google
Contacts, yeah.
Guy, do you have anything on that?
I have to look into it. I know I don't load my contacts from Google because there are more people than I want to focus on from that aspect. We've always been, and why you sort of noticed it, we never had an upload at the very beginning because we wanted to make sure you focus on those individuals, building the relationships.
So you re-enter the information for each person each time.
We did. And granted, it sounds like a lot, but it's a touch point. It's
now that I know how to use the free card, then they'll automatically go into my contacts, right?
No,
I have to search them.
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
If they go to my link and they get their free shuffle card, they should be on my contact list, right? In shuffle. Or do I have to look them up?
They will appear most likely. I'm not sure. I'd have to do more testing on the own application. Here. I'd have to go look to see if they load into your contacts. I know where they will appear. They will appear when you go into your network.
When I go into Discover?
No, they won't be into your Discover.
So what's a network? Because I haven't seen the word network in there at all.
So network's going to be under your profile.
Okay. All right.
And that's going to be the people that have used your link to sign up, or someone within your network to sign up as well. That's where you're going to find those individuals.
All right.
So you have less things you can do with somebody on a free account than you can do with somebody who's on a paid account.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I don't start them with the high end. Yeah. Okay. I apologize. I really want to stay for this whole thing, but I have a Zoom call with my CPA. So
no worries.
Love y'all. Thanks.
Absolutely. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to answer something on here. All right. I don't know where we're at with time. 3 minutes. Anybody have anything else? We're going to take a quick fun picture for anybody who's able to jump on and has their tap card. Teenan, what's up?
Hello, everybody.
I thought you were gonna play my song.
Yeah, I am.
I just want to know, like, if you put them in the, if you give them a free card, would you be able? I mean, if you give somebody a free card, when they're put in your network, yeah, when you put them in your network, are they still in Discover? That's what I meant. That's my question. Do they appear in Discover if they got a free network?
No, they do not, because they do not have a contacts section. That's a premium feature, is being able to have contacts.
Well, they have 10 contacts.
You have 10 contacts, but they're not going to be discoverable. Their account will not be discoverable in Discover
There you
until they go premium.
Okay. Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah. They will be in your contacts though.
It will be. Yes.
That makes sense that every time you add
Okay.
somebody new, that person goes into your contacts.
Correct.
There's so many ways to do things in this. I sit here and question my own self sometimes, even though I've done it probably 100 times.
Yep. And I use the CRM inside of Shuffle. I pay for a CRM, really expensive, but as I started using Shuffle, I gravitated from that and I just use Shuffle as the CRM now.
Love to hear that.
Did that answer your question, Danon? Or did we confuse you worse? Or just listen to Guy?
No, yes, y'all answered. I just wanted to know if all of them would have been in Discover if I just gave like
All
10
premium
or 50
users.
people.
Yeah, all
Okay.
premium users will come up in Discover if they put their self public, Danon. But for anybody with the free account, they're only going to show up in your contacts as stuff so that you can send them stuff via Shuffle. But they're not going to have things like Chatter or things like that. And as we work towards refining and simplifying the solution, and I know, Guy, you and I haven't talked much about this, those free accounts will probably even get rid of the 10 free contacts on that. Instead, it'll just be my one business card that you gave me, my one free account, my one link, my one QR code. Very simple. Again, we want that new user to be able to leverage the power of the technology. That's the crawling before they walk, before they run. So if you're putting people on with that strategy, go out and give out 1 million free accounts if you want to. Get everybody on the platform and then invite them to the community to learn all of the benefits of what they have and what they could have if they add in a tap or if they add in premium Shuffle services.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Who has a tap card? Who has a tap
I think
card?
Shelly has a question.
Shelly has a question, or she has a tap card?
She has her
No, I
hand
have
up.
a quick question. Okay, so how do I link the tap card again to one of my cards?
Oh yeah, so simple.
Show
Pull your
it,
pull your
please.
phone out.
Yep.
Open up your Shuffle app.
Oh, so you have to do it on the mobile app.
Yep.
Yes.
Ah, that's where I was going wrong. Okay.
For now.
For
Cool.
now.
Right
For
for
now.
now.
Oh, what does that mean, Guy?
Open up your app. Tap the
Go to
card
my
that you
cards.
want to assign it.
Okay.
Tap the gear. Right to tap card.
Okay. Got it. Thank
Tap
you.
your card. And then once you do that now, just since like the last 2 weeks, it'll once it writes it, it'll also say, do you want to assign the QR code? You can say yes. Then both the QR code and the tap card will go.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to hold this and do a screenshot at the same time. Who's smarter than me? Tap card. Whoop. Nope, that didn't work. All right, screenshot. I love it. Everybody got theirs? Everybody get a, who else can, somebody else get a screenshot with me up there?
I'll get a screenshot. Hold on, everybody. Ready?
There we go.
Okay, I got it. I'll send that over to you, Kathy.
Cute. I was just thinking we put it on the LFI Facebook page.
For
The
sure.
Go LFI. Tap cards, super fun. All right, guys. If you think of anything else you need before next week, you know where to find us. Otherwise, Tech Tuesday next week. I love to just be able to, I mean, it's a nice time to have an hour. I mean, I do this a lot with people in person. And again, I just don't think about being here for an hour and just going, hey, what's everybody working on? What are you trying to make? What are you trying to do? How are you trying to get people, into something? So that's what we're here for, is take the time and be able to answer your guys' questions. So everybody
Okay,
have a great week.
I got a message when I tried to do that says the tap card serial number is not listed on your account. So
Oh,
I'll send that to support.
Email support or Shelly, let me know what serial number is that?
troublemaker.
It's number 49.
49.
4 zeros and 49. Yeah.
Okay. The only number on there is 049 at the end, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, it looks like
Hold on. You got to move it over. I see the QR code, but I got to see the serial number.
I can't see my face, so I have no idea. Oh, there we go.
To the other way. There you go.
Other way. There we go. Yep. Okay. I'll get that assigned. Is that the only card?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be
I got
done.
it.
Lickety split. Lickety split.
I will
All
get
right,
that.
okay,
Give me 5 minutes and I'll get it set up for you.
Thank you,
Okay,
VR.
lickety
It might
bye,
actually be
Everybody,
under
I've got to
Michelle.
run.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I'll do it in a minute.
I'll do it in a minute.